Hello.
Hello, Anandya ji, how are you?
Sir, I am amazing, Saji. How are you, sir?
I am also good, sir. Thank you for asking.
You're good. Okay, wonderful. Good to know that.
Yes, of course.
So, was it a day off or was it a working day for you?
Uh, Not day off. Today is a Friday, so it is working day for me.
Okay, okay. And how did your day go like? Was
Day
it
was
good?
go as usual, nothing much as usual routine.
As usual routine. So, is it that Sudhirji, you are not able to find the good part of the day, or is it that you're treating every day as usual routine?
My everyday is very good because I saw the nature.
You saw
Okay,
you saw the nature. I didn't understand this, sir.
that means ki uh, in early morning I wake up. Okay.
Ah,
Mm.
okay.
So
So,
I will so definitely I thank to the God. He his blessing for me. So on every day I am wake up. So every day is my good in this sense.
okay. So you can say what you can say, Sudhirji. You can say that I am an early morning riser. You can say that,
Okay.
or you could also say that I'm an early morning person, and I'm so privileged to see the beauty of nature. So you can say I'm so privileged. I am blessed.
Okay.
Anybody who gets, I think, would be blessed to see the morning beauty and the nature as you suggested. Right, Sadhiji?
Yes, of course, right.
So what would you say? So I'm saying right like you now, see. So you say I'm an early morning. I'm an early morning
I'm
person.
early morning.
Yeah, I'm an early morning person, and I get to experience the beauty of the nature,
Okay.
and I feel blessed about that. I feel privileged and blessed, and that is when, and that is what I would like to consider as the best part of my day. That's what you said, right, Sudhiji?
Yes, yes.
So you give a wonderful smile and you shake your head. So that gives me a
Because I just read some in books the laughter is the best medicine. So just
yeah,
I'm trying to laugh every time.
right, sir, right, right.
In everybody having some personal issue or some stress.
Mm.
So I think so. This is the very good stress management. If you have any uh, stressful day or a stressful time, so you just think about your funny situation in your past or in you think about your girlfriend, your mistake, or your wife, or whatever dear and dear which you would like. So definitely you will smile and you forget your stress for maybe sometimes. Or so
Yeah. So you can also say that laughter is one of the best stress busters. Okay.
okay,
Stress busters. You can use this word stress busters. So which means it kind of relaxes, it uh, relieves you from the stress, de-stresses yourself. That's what. So laughter is one of the best medicine. You can also say that.
okay.
Are you developing a new hairstyle, Sudhiji?
No, no, just he's grow up by natural.
Okay, so you say hairs have started growing up.
Yes, hair started growing up.
Yeah, hairs. Say it's plural. Hairs have started growing up. So that's why we are
I,
saying
I
have.
am I am prefer my haircut as a military cut. Just
Ah,
when I go to barber shop, just I will inform them to just uh, use the zero machine. So we'll
okay.
just use zero machine, and zero machine is equal to military cut.
Oh, so what do they say? They say a zero machine.
Zero machine. That means ki they just start and just clear your all the hair, and you can say army cut.
Right, right, right. So what you can also say here, because since you're sharing this with me in a conversation, you can say that uh, Anandya, I prefer a military haircut. So that would signify or that would indicate that you prefer
Okay.
haircut. Yeah, you prefer a typical style of a haircut. Yeah, right, right, right. So today's topic is all about social media. Have you seen that?
Yes, of course. I have just go through the document, and social media. We have already YouTube channel for
Hmm.
our conversation recordings, and I have and,
Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah. Absolutely correct.
and I have the another channel also for Love You India.
Love
For
you.
the
That's
Love You
interesting.
India for the stock market. When I get some time, so I will just upload for the my reference, because which are the stock I prefer, or in future uh, I have to recheck or go through my checklist. So I will just upload. But sometimes I will just switch to private to public.
Okay. Pri- okay, private to public. Okay, for the viewership. Okay.
I am creating video for me also, for a private only. But in sometimes just I will just try to get enable to public.
Okay. Okay.
And
Uh, yes, and yeah.
social media platform is good. We can say is very good, but in sometimes it is depend to person how the person they are using. Some person they are just misusing, and some person they are some using for the social responsibility, taking social responsibility, and giving some mm, giving back to their society, because you know already YouTube. So YouTube, there are a lot of the content are available. There is no any cost. So it is very useful for everybody. If you need something, so you just go YouTube and find out, and you go to the Google and find out. So in today time, definitely it is very useful for us.
Can I stop you here, Sudhirji?
Yes, of course.
I just wanted because by the time you will progress, I may forget. So, so often when you use this sentence that something is dependent on something, so you have to realize that that sentence would be like it usually would be in this format. I'm giving you
Okay.
that template.
Okay.
Suppose suppose you want to say that this depends on this. Social media, the effect of social media depends on people, person to person.
Person to person.
It is depend on that would be incorrect.
Okay.
Either you say social media depends, the impact of social media depends on person to person.
Okay.
Perception about social media depends from person to person.
Okay.
Or you could also say the perception varies from person to person. But when you're using this word depends, then it depends on. The right preposition to go would be on.
Okay.
I hope, sir, this helps you. I mean,
Yes, of course, it is
when,
clear.
when you use it in a sentence. So it is depends on which you generally say. So what would that be? The correct would be, sir? It depends on.
It's
This
depends on.
it depends on. It depends
It
on.
it depends on.
Right. And then the sentence. It depends on person to person. It
Person.
depends on that individual. It depends on the market. It depends on the prevailing situation. Like this.
Okay.
Right, sir?
Right.
Right. Yeah. So I have a quick question for you. Uh, if you were a very critical kind of a decision maker who could bring in changes about the negative impact that the social media brings in, what would be those changes that you would like to see, or what would be the changes that you would like to bring in?
In social media, some of the hacker they are using for phishing. You
Uh,
know phishing.
yeah,
Okay. So they are using phishing trick and they are just hacking some accounts and this is the challenges for us. So we
yeah,
need to cautious when we are going to open any website or so we need to check this is authenticated.
yeah, yeah,
Rather than opening any site, just we need to check the password or this is the protected site or not. So it
okay,
will impact in our financial and our social and our emotionally lots of the things because the today's in current situation the game is all our data, your data. Because in last 5 years, if I can check the internet GB data rate, so maybe hardly 200 rupees you will get, you got only 1 GB or 2 GB data. But right now you have received on daily basis 1 or 2 GB data. So we are just open our mobile and just finding something else, something else. We are all are trying to use maximum utilization. The India penetration also is going up, but we need to be cautious about uh, the penetration is good, but absolutely the hacker will also active. Okay, so rather than just go to Google and just find anything and just we saw the first page and just click that, no, it is not right thing. We need to check the first page is correct info because Google does not take any guarantee about all the uh, search engines or pages. Okay, some are the website are fakes and some are they are just using and some website having already litigation. So we need to check and investigate because we are ultimately it is will impact our hard and for money and our our social means responsibility. But I can say in our mobile phone or our laptop, there is some personal data. We have the privacy rights, so we can't disclose anything. But hacker, they just if they invite as a phishing, they are just creating one creating one page. For example, very I cannot give any name for any website, but just I will hint it very popular website and you are just oh this is the website, so I will just open and you just enter your username and password credential, you enter and then your credential will be goes down in server and and the server, it is not the relevant server, but the hacker will show your all the details and just modify your data and just tracking your mobile phone or etc. So we need to be cautious. The today's things is good, but it is will be definitely challenging. That's it.
I mean, that these things can be too sensitive, right?
Yes.
That's what. And as you correctly said, mm, that we just need to be a little aware about our surroundings, and we need to be sensible about the activities that we are
Yes.
taking. I mean, whatever that we are taking up, especially what we are embracing on the internet. That's very important. You just can't do things blindly, right? And yes, you correctly said. So which means I still would like to ask you one more thing. That would you imply? I mean, would you really implement any policy as a decision maker so that this negative changes? I mean, negative impacts of social media, they do not harm people. Would you like to
Yes, of
implement?
course. In future, if I get any opportunity and I am the IT minister of the country, so definitely I will create good policy.
Uh,
Or I'm if because right now I'm working in IT company, so I know few things. So, but before that, I want to just explain the in our country, uh, the illiteracy, it's still we need to grow. So first we need to grow, then after we can understand what is the internet, how we can use, what is the Google. Because in some people, in not in some people, if I go in my family tree, in my relatives, some old age people, they don't know about the what is the Google and what is the WhatsApp, how we can upload the status. Okay, if they receive any call, so they just give their details also. Maybe I'm not wondering if they can provide their details also, because still the awareness not much. As an individual, as a every person, in this is the my responsibility also, not for government also, because I have to give the some awareness in my family also, in my society also, in my colleague also.